And we're back after a 3-year hiatus. And I'm not going to go into the full details. If you want to take a look at a little bit more details in my announcement video. I also did a top 10 list of top 10 gateway games, so you want to take a look at that. But we are, like I said, we are back, and today we are playing Kingsburg, actually. And I want to introduce to you my co-hosts for today. We have JS, we've got BK, and we've got JG. All right. In wave. Anyways, so this is Kingsburg. Kingsburg is a dice placement game, very similar to a worker placement game. It's designed by Andrea Chavarioso. His name's hard to say. He's not a well-known designer. He's designed... the only game that I can think of he designed was Hyperborea, which is a roll and write game. But... or not a roll and write game, it's a bag building game. And this was published by Fantasy Flight Games, which... a lot of people are well known of Fantasy Flight Games.
Yeah.
Okay, so
some really good stuff.
This is a well-known game. This is actually the older version, and I'll get back to that in the panel review. This is actually the first edition. They did design a second edition, and this game is out of print, this first edition. However, there is an expansion to this game. I am not playing at all with any of the expansion stuff. We will do that later at a later time. The only thing I brought out to the expansion are these player boards that I will show in a little bit. And these player boards, everybody starts with the same board. The only differences between the base set and the expansion is they added 2 new lines to it. That is the only difference between the original base set and the 2 lines, or in the expansion. That's it. Okay. So let's get right to it. And I will show you how to play Kingsburg, and then we will play Kingsburg, and then we'll come back and we'll do a panel review of what I think about the game. All right? I hope you enjoy.
So this is the setup for Kingsburg, okay? What you're trying to do in this game is you're trying to get the most points, all right? And this is a dice placement game, so you're going to be using your dice as workers, okay, to take several different actions throughout the game. The game is played over 5 rounds, as you can see right over here. Right here. 5 rounds. Okay. After the 5th round, whoever has the most points is the winner. This is one of those games where there's no bonus points in this game, so where you're at is where you're at. So we got to pay attention to that. So on your turn, every round every year is played up in the 8 phases of the game. You have the first phase right here. So during the first phase, whoever has the least amount of buildings gets an extra white bonus die right here added to that. However, if there's a tie, it's whoever has the least amount of resources gets that bonus die. Now, if there's a tie and if everybody has a tie, and then everybody gets a free resource, so that's how the game starts. Everybody gets a free resource to start of your choice. And the resources right over here are wood, gold, and stone. There's also these bonus 2-player tokens right here, okay, that you can get throughout the game. So, after you're done with the first phase, we move on to the second phase. And during the 2nd, 4th, and 6th phases of the game, or each year, you're going to roll off your dice. And it goes in ascending order, so if I roll it right here, I rolled a 5 and 2 3s here, so I got a total of 11. If you can't see it right here, 11. Alright, and basically that's how the ascending order goes, and turn order changes throughout the game in these spots right here. Alright, so what you can do with these dice is you can use any combination of these dice to put out on the board. Alright, so I can, for example, I could put these 2 right here into this spot, okay, and then I can use this 5 to here. However, if someone takes that spot before me, then I don't get to use it. All right, so spots can be taken away from you. I can also do a combination of the 3 can go here, and then on the next turn I could turn these into an 8, and I can go there. So there's various things that you can do with these dice to take your actions. All right, and then after everybody's placed all their dice, everybody goes in ascending order to take those actions. They give you several resources. Everything's pretty much self-explanatory. Some have these like little bag symbols, which means you can get any resource of your choice. And then some have this like little mass symbol, which means you can look at the monster deck, and I'll go over that in a little bit. You also can get shields throughout the game. Everybody starts off with 0, but you're going to need to do that to fight the monster when Phase 8 comes on in the game. So you're going to do that through Phase 2, 4, and 6. Now after everybody's taken all their actions, they can build one building through these player boards. Alright, and these player boards tell you right here how many resources it costs to build that building. And this is how many victory points you get if you build that building, and it has a special effect when you have that building. And you will take these tokens right here, and you will put it on these circles to represent that you have that building and you've built it. In order to, it's kind of like any type of civilization game. If you move on from, if you want to build the quarry, for example, you need to build the sawmill first. Okay, it's just upgrades from there. Okay, and like I said, they give you various effects throughout the game. And you can only do one building per turn, okay, per phase, I should say, in 2, 4, and 6, which represents spring, summer, and fall. When we get to Phase 3 of the game, okay, whoever has the most buildings gets an extra victory point. If there's a tie, then the tie players get the victory point. And then we move on to Phase 4, and then when we get to Phase 5, we have this special token right here. This is called the King's Envoy. And what this does is whoever has the least amount of buildings gets it. If there's a tie, again, whoever has the least amount of resources gets it. And what this does is this little guy, if you have it, you have to use it before the next time in the next year goes to the Phase 5. And what this does is it lets you place where someone else is placed, and it also lets you build 2 buildings, okay, in one turn instead of 1. So it's a nice little thing. It's kind of like a catch-up mechanic in the game. And then after we move on to Phase 6, everybody rolls their dice again. And then when we move on to Phase 7, okay, in Phase 7, everybody can turn in 2 resources to get a shield. Okay, you're going to need shields because when we get to Phase 8, you're going to fight a monster. Alright, and each monster gets stronger as the game goes along. And what these monsters do is everybody will fight it. Okay, this is the power that you need, how many shields you need at least to beat them. Okay, and this is what happens when you don't beat them right above here, and what happens when you do defeat them. That's the bonus. If you're tied with them, you don't get either. You don't lose anything, but you don't gain anything. So you need more if you want the benefit. Alright, like I said, and this tells you that this monster can be anywhere from powers 2 to 4, and then we have 3 to 5. Okay, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, and 5 to 7, and 7 to 9 in the last year. Whoever has the most knights gets an extra victory point at the end of the battle. Then we go on to the second year, third, fourth, and continue down the line until the game is ended. Now, you got these special +2 tokens. Okay, and I'm going to show you real quick what these are. These +2 tokens give you just a +2 to the die. You must add it with your colored die. Okay, it's the same with this. You must add it to colored die. These cannot be separate. Okay, the +2 token looks like this. And you would just say, well, if I rolled a 5, I can add this and make it a 7. Okay, so you can do some manipulation a little bit to help you get better effects. Alright, that is the general nature of the game. We'll go around after 5 years has ended. Whoever has the most points is the winner. Again, there is no bonus points in this game. You don't score any bonus points for any extra resources that you have at the end of the game, and you're just trying to come up with the best possible way to try to win the game based on the dice roll and based on the resources you have. So that is the general gist of the game. It's very simple. It is quick to learn. Like I said, the board is very self-explanatory. All right, so now we're going to go and play Kingsburg. So let's get going and let's play Kingsburg. Now let's start with the very first phase of the game. The very first phase of the game is going to be whoever has the least amount of buildings gets a bonus white die. However, nobody has any buildings.
Yep.
So what do? Well, it goes to the least amount of resources. Well, nobody has any resources, right? So what happens there? Well, everybody starts with a free resource of their choice.
Interesting. Okay.
So
Everybody starts with a free resource of their choice.
I am going to choose to take a gold.
And I'm going to choose to take a wood.
I'm actually going to choose to take a
Stone.
stone.
Okay, so everybody's done that. These tokens right here represent you building the building. You just put in that little circle to show that you built it. And that's that. Alright, so let's move the tracker to phase 2.
All
Let's roll our dice. Alright, so just so people know,
Jesus.
I've got an 11. Or no, sorry, 12. BK's got an 11, and
I also have a 12.
you also have a 12.
And I have an 11.
And you have an 11. Well, this is going to be a very interesting start.
So Randy gets to place first.
Sure.
Okay, she
Yep.
puts it on the 10 there.
Let's see. I'm gonna go.
I'm actually going to. I was at 11, sorry. I'm actually going to go to 11.
Actually, 12.
No, I rolled 11 actually. That's why you and I
should have rolled off.
No.
You were 12.
You rolled
You
the
rolled a
12.
12.
Was I roll a 12?
Yeah, you rolled a
Yes.
12.
You
I
did the exact
apologize.
same thing I did.
I rolled a 12.
Yeah.
So I'm actually take the 12.
Yep. Oh, goodness. I am actually going to take the 7. Unfortunately, you are unable to place your 1.
DK.
Does anything happen if you does anything happen if you're unable to place? Like you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It just.
Okay, so red is going to get a victory point.
Let's see. Yep.
Okay.
Should I take it off now?
Yes. You take them off as you use
Okay,
it.
so Justin, you have your choice.
Black
of
4 is going
or a
to
wood.
get a gold or a wood.
Please go ahead and give me a gold. Yeah.
Gold.
Gold. Thank you.
Okay, green's going to get a knight. Green 5. Black 6 is going to either trade in one of those for two others.
You can do a gold for a wood and a stone, a wood for a gold and a stone, or a stone for a gold and a wood. You can only do the top, these two here, the stone or the gold.
I'm actually going to go ahead and change this up a little bit. I'm going to trade in that stone for a gold and a wood.
Alright, and the Green Knights are going to get one of any resource, and that takes a number +2 die token. And Red is going to get 2 shields, and gets to look at the top card of the monster. If anybody saw that.
Nope. And Jesse, your choice of 2 resources and
It's JB, my friend.
JB.
JB.
JB, your choice of.
And
We're all gonna
he's-
have to get in the habit of that, guys.
Yes. Yeah, definitely gonna have to get that.
Yes. I'm actually going to take 2 gold. And I'm going to get one of these +2 tokens. And take that back. Alright, that's that. Now we move on to phase 3 of the game. Oh no, we build our buildings. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I'm skipping a step here. So we build any building based on the resources we have. We only can build 1 building. I'm actually going to build a statue.
As in,
I'm not building anything. Because
Okay,
I have.
and if anybody
No
if anybody wants to
resources
see
for
what the statue does, real quick, okay, is if you reads the statues at the beginning of each production season, if you have rolled the same number on all your dice, you can re-roll one of those die.
that's a big if. Doesn't happen very often, but it can happen.
What is JS gonna choose?
If anything.
You can choose not to build.
I'm actually going to go ahead and spend gold and wood to build an inn. So the inn, what that allows me to do is at the end of summer each year, I can receive a +2 token.
Okay, and summer is, by the way, phase 4. Okay?
Okay.
So it goes, just like the seasons, it goes spring, summer, fall.
And I believe we
And
scored
winter.
3 points.
Winter is here. So since I built the statue, I scored 3 points.
As did I.
Okay, so
So
blue's got 3 points and green's got 3 points?
Yep.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay. And so yes, like the phases, 2 is spring, 4 is summer, 6 is fall, 8 is winter. So it's like this. It's like the seasons.
I gotcha. Okay.
So now we're going to move on to phase 3. Most buildings gets a victory point. Well, there are 3 of us that are tied. We all get a victory point.
So you 2 go up there.
Yes.
Nope, not me. That would be you, JS.
Black. Yes.
Actually, the inn doesn't give a.
we all tied with
it's because
most
you have the
buildings.
most buildings. I have.
Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's what that does. There is no tiebreakers. That's just a bonus.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, moving on to phase 4. Time to roll all of our dice.
Yeah.
I have an 8.
I have a 7.
Black has a 7. Red has a 10.
I have 9.
And green has a 9. Very sad roll indeed. Black goes first.
Okay. So black,
Then it's blue.
blue,
And green. Then red.
green, then red. Okay. What do I want to grab? Lock up the 7th spot.
Okay.
Took the 7.
Yes, I
Let's
did.
see.
JS, it's your turn.
I know.
JB.
JB.
Wow. Wow. I'm getting you guys mixed up.
JG is a little tired.
I'm actually going to go to 6.
Go ahead, JG.
Hi. Alright, so the 6 is locked.
Can we start making JG Wentworth jokes?
No.
promise this is not alcohol in any of our cups. It's apple cider.
Oh, well, I can't do anything, everyone.
So what JG did is he put a 2, a 6, which gave him 8, and then a +2 token right there made it 10.
You actually could.
Yeah, but I risk losing something else. But okay. As you see, most of mine are taken.
Actually, right now, if you take the 4, yeah, just use the 1/4.
Just gonna use 3, but okay.
I can't do anything.
Nobody can take the 3 away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody can
So.
take it.
That will go to me, and I actually go to 2.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
GG.
And I just want to reiterate for my audience and my fans, BK, this is not Burger Cake.
You jerk!
Oh.
Her name is not Burger King. No,
Oh.
her name is not Burger King.
No, I'm his lovely fiance.
Yeah,
Hi.
She is my fiance, by the way.
Oh,
I'm staying.
Nothing
All
to
right.
say here.
So, Blue.
I get a gold.
You're gonna get gold.
I'll take a wood,
And
and then
then
I'll take a gold.
Blue.
JB.
Oh,
Got it this time.
I'm going to turn a gold into a wood and stone.
Why are you putting it over here? We saw stuff there.
It's late. We're all a little tired.
JS.
All right. So I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab a stone. And I'll grab my +2 there.
And then myself, I gain 2 on this. And I get to see this.
And you lose your 2. 2 pip.
Yes, when you use that 2 pip, you lose it.
Seems fair.
All right, time to build. Everybody's taking their
Not
actions.
building.
And I just want to let you know where I stand. I have 2 wood, 2 gold, and a stone. So I have some options here what I can build.
Hoarding resources early.
I'm going to spend 2 gold
I'm
to build
actually
a
gonna
statue.
I'm going to spend these 2 right here, which is gold and stone, and I'm going to build this guard tower right here.
What a coincidence! I also will spend a gold and stone to build a guard tower.
Which gives me +1 in battle and helps me with the monster deck over here.
Okay. You each get a point.
Yes, we both get a victory point for building the guard tower.
I get 3 because I built the statue.
You're green? No,
Red.
you're red.
Red moves 3. And then I don't move.
Okay.
Because I actually could not build this tournament. And I had no resources.
Alright, so now we move on to phase 5. Whoever has the least amount of buildings, which is
Me and
her
her.
actually
BK and JG here.
He gets the favorite.
Whoever
He's
has the
got
least
less
amount of resources for the tie gets the King's Envoy. In this case, JG will get the King's Envoy.
Alright. So we move on to phase 6. Actually, I think the points thing was part of phase 5, so just so we know, so we don't confuse our players or viewers. 10.
And I have a whopping 5, so I'm not rolling well tonight.
I rolled an 11.
I also rolled an
Okay, so who you got 11?
I have a 10.
So black will go first. Oh no, I got a
that
5.
means
Yeah,
you
you'll
Blue will go
lose,
first.
sir.
Black will go second, and whoever was leading in turn order prior to that will go next. So the order doesn't change.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So I will start. I'm going to take 4. Come on. Come on.
What are they?
Holding on to the.
let's see. I'm going to take 12 using my chip.
I thought it.
I figured you did.
And I'm going to put that on 1. Alright, everybody's.
He's used all his, so
Yep.
I will put this on 3.
Alright, so everybody's used all their dice. So blue will get a victory point. Okay. Green will get a brown. I'm blue, and I'm going to take a gold.
I will get 2 gold.
Yours.
I'm going to take a gold and a stone.
Okay. I'm going to take 2 golds.
And you get one of these as well.
Yep.
So you might as well take the one that's on there.
Yep.
Alright. So now everybody's taking their actions. Now let's build.
I'm using my 2 golds to build a
My
statue.
barricade.
I'm actually going to use both my wood.
I built a barricade.
I'm going to build 2 wood, and while that's over there, I'm building a palisade. The palisade gives me another +1 battle, but it becomes a +2 if it's against zombies.
And the barricade, just in case anybody was wondering, is a +0 in battle, but it becomes a +1 versus goblin.
So you built the statue, so you get 3 victory points for building that statue. So black goes up to 5.
Alright. So now we hit phase
Phase
7.
7. Now phase 7 is you can spend for every 2 resources you spend, you get to increase your knights by 1.
Well, guess who doesn't have any resources?
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend both my gold to increase my knights by 1.
So this is where Ruby stands on the knights.
Okay?
Oh, I have no knights. That's not going to be good.
Well, maybe the king will favor you and we'll get some extras.
So, now we move on to phase 8.
Oh wait, does anybody else want to spend resources?
Does anybody else want to spend resources for knights?
Don't we have to roll for the king?
So, I'm the first player right now. Therefore, at the end of the first year. Therefore, I get to roll the white die, which will bring the knights. But before we do that, we actually flip over to see what monster it is. And we are fighting a max level 4 zombies.
Okay.
What's that?
I thought we did that after.
No, we do it. We flip the monster over and then the king sends the knights. Okay. So we're fighting. So we need to hit power level 4.
Do you roll all of them?
Nope, just one.
Just one.
Just
Okay.
1d6. I'm gonna roll this, and we have a 6.
Wow.
Guess what?
Oh, wow.
Everybody beats them. Everybody survived. So these get increased. This goes to a 9. And then any other pluses that you have also go with it. I had 6. I'm at 1, which puts me at 7. I have a +2 because it's zombies, and then a +1 because of the guard tower going to 8.
Let's see. I have a +1 from the guard tower, and then I have 6 from the die there, putting me at 7.
Oh,
I
wait.
have a 2.
Oh, no. I have more knights than that.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, so 6 plus 3 is actually, because I was at 1, so I'm actually at 10. So I'm actually ahead.
Can't go any higher than 9.
You can go higher than 9, you just put down the 0. Okay, and then your red's at how many?
2.
Plus 6 is 8.
That's all I got.
Okay, so 8. So I actually win, so I get a victory point, so I had more knights.
Okay.
And then everybody gets a victory point because the benefit was victory point.
Sweet. So you get another
Yes.
victory point for that. So at the end of year 1, JB is at 8 victory points. GG and I are tied at 6, and BK is not that far behind at 5. That would be a table that I almost tripped over. Okay, we are good.
Alright, so I'm back here. We're doing a panel review now of the game. I did win the game, Kingsburg, tonight, and I just wanted to start off as I really, really like this game a lot. I love the worker placement aspect using the dice. There is a lot of randomness to it. However, you can mitigate that randomness based on the dice you roll, based on the results you get. You have to plan accordingly. The one thing please ignore the background noise. The one thing that I would say that is lacking is the bonus points at the end. There's no bonus points that you get at the end of the game. And I don't like that idea. Yes, you do have to strategize big time. Okay. And you have to strategize accordingly because you are where you are at in this entire game. Okay, don't get any bonus points for any resources you have at the end of the game. Okay, so you have to plan your nights out for the battles at the end because the powers of the monsters get stronger. However, with all that being said, I like the looks of the game. Okay, I've seen the second edition looks. I'm not a big fan of the artwork of the second edition. I like this one better. And I'm going to rate this game a 9 out of 10. I think it's a fabulous game. I think it's a great introduction to worker placement, dice placement game. All the components are really nice quality, nice colors. Okay, and that's it. Anybody else have any thoughts here?
This is one of my favorites. I don't give it very much of a chance to play it, which is kind of nice to have to play it again. My only issue is there's a lot of luck involved as far as rolling goes. If you don't roll enough and early and you can't build what you need, it can be a little bit to catch up. But other than that, I like the mechanics. I like the style, and I agree. I like the artwork of this one as opposed to the new one. And I definitely think that the expansion is a definite add-on to make it a little different than the base.
Sadly, all those points were kind of hit between the both of them. To me, I really love the game. It does have its unique strategies. What you saw tonight, as far as me playing, I played a different strategy. I do like that there's a lot of middle ground that you can work with here. Definitely needs the expansion. hopefully the next time, if we do get the opportunity to show this one again, we show it with the expansion. Does have way too much luck involved. Could use some mitigation as far as luck goes. But otherwise, to me, it's an 8.5 out of 10 is in my book.
What would you rate the game?
I'd rate it about an 8 out of 10 because I have other worker placement games I like a lot more. Hopefully, I'll get to see those in the future.
Hopefully, you'll get to see my favorite worker placement game. Mine is Village. I really enjoy it. I do hope we do show this one because Village is amazing.
I don't have too much more to add. The thing that I think I like most about it is the ease of play. This was actually my first run through of the game. We did not use the expansion packs, which I think it made it a little easier to learn. So I can't speak for what the expansions change. The other thing that I like about it is the replay value. There is a lot of different strategies, as was pointed out before, that you can use. And it really comes down to how you play these types of games. I like the artwork. As was mentioned earlier, it was very, very nice. I really don't have a whole lot of criticisms of this game. I know that there was some criticism of the luck, of the amount of luck that's required in this game. But I look at it as a very, very interesting challenge. Being able to forcing you to adapt. So yeah, I'm actually gonna give this game a 10 out of 10. It's a very, very good game.
Just to add to the luck, there is a lot of luck, but you can always do something with that luck. Yes, you could get bad rolls, but you can still get some stuff out of it. One strategy that I've seen, if you want to try to win, if you struggle to winning at this game is a very hard game to win at. Okay, I've only won it a few times. I think it's the only 4th time I've won this game, and I've played it over 40 times. If you're going to, for those people that struggle out there, if you're going to try to win this game, stick to one row of buildings. If you're going to go for the cathedral, go for the cathedral. Okay? If you're going to go for merchant's guild, if you're going to go for the farms, okay? I only built a few things. I only did a couple of rows. Okay? And I did very well. So if you're going to, yes, luck could hinder you a little bit, but you can build up for that until the end. All right, so that's just one strategy I want to put out there. Yes, no bonus points at the end of the game. I wish you would get some bonus points for keeping resources, but the game is the game. Now the expansion, I just want to add a couple things before we go. The expansion makes this game a modular game, so there are modules you add into the game you can switch in and out. Okay, it can change up your boards, so every board is different. There's event cards, and there's special abilities that everybody can start with. So we will be playing this game again, and we're going to do it with the expansion the next time we do this game. It won't be for a while. And to reiterate, for his favorite game, Village, we are going to do a Village. We will be doing Village, but we're going to probably do it as a live playthrough because it is a very long game. So, if anybody has any other thoughts to add to that, then I think we're good to go. And until next time, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe, and make a comment below, and what your comments and thoughts on this game. And I'll see you next time on JB Board Games. Signing off. Have a good day.